drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Lucky 56.
They'll begin here with Blunt, and he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. To throw on 2nd down. Bump. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Detroit! Detroit!
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Escaping the pressure right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Bump. Flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
On 3rd down, Buck. And it's complete. Hooper. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one goes for 24 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Back now to begin the 2nd quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Chargers here with a football. They've got a 2nd down and 5 here to start things out. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. From the gun, Buck. This is caught by Williams. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
Throwing on 1st down. Bump. And they can't bring him. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are able to strike for 6.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Lutz now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Detroit! Detroit!
Back to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Lucky 56.
He'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another 1st down.
Lucky 56.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Over the middle, it's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
He'll drop to throw. His throw incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Back to throw again. Open man, and that's his tight end, Jake Butt. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They were caught in no man's land that time, but the decision to go for it, that was the right one. It's a first down. This quarterback now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. They'll set up to throw. Flush to his right. And his throw here is incomplete. Jake Butt, the tight end, his intended receiver. And now it's second down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Check. Patriot! Patriot! Gun!
They'll look to throw again. And the third down pass falls incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Cortland Sutton, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. McManus's point after is good, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This one taken from the 7. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, Buck eluding the pressure right. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Buck escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
All right, here
Back to the air on second down. Bump. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harris. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the play. A first red zone opportunity here for the Chargers. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16.
Leopard! Watch it now, Barney!
Now Blunt. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards. And it'll be second down. Now the Chargers hustling, trying to get up and get set.
Detroit!
Now a carry for Blunt. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. They'll go to Blunt, try and pound it in. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. So stuff from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers are able to strike for 6. Lutz to try to add the PAT. Lutz good on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. Lutz now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And coming out now, the Broncos. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit!
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he'll find Sutton on the right side, complete. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Back to throw here. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Wide open receiver, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So we have reached halftime intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
He'll look to throw. Finds Jake Butt over the middle. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do. And it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it. I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Two first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. McManus now for the extra point. Extra point from McManus is good. And we are tied at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This one taken from the 7. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings. And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side. But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive? Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bump. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Mike Williams that time. And it's third down. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
The Chargers on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Detroit. Detroit.
Operating from the gun. Bump. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And Denver getting set to take the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Let's go.
And now running right through it. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Detroit. Detroit.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Being chased out left. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 10 more there and another first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. Back now here on EA Sports. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. They'll drop the throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Throwing to start the drive. Bump. Flushed out right. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. He got 29 yards that time.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10.
Lucky 56.
From the gun. Bump. This is caught. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. A great play there. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the interception by the Chargers D leads to a touchdown. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Lutz now to kick this one away. This one taken from the 7th. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Leopard!
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. They're going to look to throw. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game, and a first down on that last catch as well.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Trevor Williams with a pick. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Back to throw. Bump. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Operating from the gun. Bump. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That one good for 13 and a Denver 1st down. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. And the 2015 first-round pick, Malcolm Brown, brings him down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Detroit! Detroit!
Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this.
Gun! Detroit! Detroit! Gun!
They'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco 1st down. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that. Yeah, there was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though.
Detroit!
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. And that one results in 35 yards. Well, I guess at the very least, they got the tackle from keeping him out of the end zone.
Yeah, you're looking for that silver lining, aren't you? But guess what? Everything changes now after that big play. They've got a chance to strike.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. They come up in a 2 tight end look here. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. They'll go with a keeper. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on fourth.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on fourth and goal.
Detroit! Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
He's back to throw. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. He tried to keep it himself but can't stretch his way in. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. The drive starts with a handoff to Love. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Well, both teams practice this situation, and this time the guys on offense won, and in a very nice way. What a run from that position on their own goal line.
Gave him some good breathing room.
I wonder now, do you still stack the line of scrimmage, or do you play normal defense? They may have backed them off with that run.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for our visitors, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to the Windy City to take on the Bears. Meanwhile, for Denver, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.